up, guys? This is Nick Bitus with the Bitus Garage Auto Blog, and Ghost is frustrating the daylights out of me because I got my new master cylinder. If you don't know, the brakes have been kind of going out on it. It's been pretty frustrating, and well, getting these old brake lines off has been a big challenge. They're so seized that I can't get the brake lines off. So I guess what we have to do at this point is cut the lines off and then put new fittings on it and go from there. I don't really know what other choice I have, and to be honest, I've kind of stripped them out already, trying to get them off. I did make my own wrench. I cut that one down so I could have the proper wrench to turn it, and just wasn't good enough. So now I'm going to try to cut it. I'm going to try it with my pipe cutter, and then I'm going to try to see if that'll get me to where I can put the new master cylinder on, and then I'm just going to have to monkey with the lines till I can get it. So sometimes these projects become the biggest headache over something that should be pretty easy, but you know, if you guys remember, the exhaust manifold bolts were kind of the same way with her. This is one of the few remaining original bolts still on it. So, I mean, it's to be expected, I guess. But the car's old and it's probably never been changed, so probably best to just put new fittings on it anyway. It's just it just makes it that much harder. So that's what I'm working on today. And wish me luck, because it has not gone well so far. It's like the joke where, you know, it's one busted bolt away from becoming a nightmare. It's kind of how it's going right now. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Let's see how this goes. We are gonna go pick up Dick and surprise him. I don't think he's driven a T-Bird in a while. Just a gut feeling of mine. I thought, hey, wouldn't it be fun since I got Ghost done, which I did. I finally got that master cylinder worked out, which was a kind of a pain, but took it cruising last night. It was running great, stopping great, and so I was thinking, let's just go pick up Dick and have him drive in the T-Bird, because he hasn't driven a T-Bird in a while, I think. So let's go pick him up and see how that goes. Dick, I got a question for you. How long has it been since you've driven a T-Bird?
About 1972.
Is it really?
No. A couple years ago, I actually drove one. I could just sit in it.
Yeah. So what I was thinking is we have to go back to the house so I can, for a quick thing, and I was thinking, what if you drove Ghost? See what you think. I'm really curious what you think of how it drives.
Okay.
Cool. All right, you ready?
Let's go. I'm not sure I can ride it in the car out there.
I know. All right, so we're with the T-Bird specialist. Just checking out Ghost. What do you think so far?
Not yet. How do I find out if there's a car coming with no mirror?
There's a car coming. Here's another car coming. Now you're clear. Well, this mirror up here, I glued on twice, and it fell off both times.
What kind of glue did you use?
Apparently not the best.
There's the kits you buy at Pet Toys or AutoZone or whatever.
I did use that. I used one of those, but I don't know why it didn't stick.
You have to clean it with some solution first, and then it helps.
I think I skipped that part.
That helps the glue stick. What do you call it? The two pieces together.
Yeah. Does it drive nice?
Got plenty of power. Power steering works real nice.
My buddy Sam rebuilt the engine. He put a cam in it.
They have to have a can.
Huh?
They need a can. Right?
Yes.
35 miles an hour. Feels like it's going faster than 35 miles an hour.
Yeah. So how long did you keep that white one that you had? You had a white 64 convertible, right?
I didn't have it very long. I bought it and sold it. I knew the car and then I bought it and sold it. That customer deal. Got the paints on it.
Yeah.
I wish I had the last one. I wish I kept.
So fair warning, there's no wipers.
Oh, it's not raining.
You think, is that rain or dust, do you think?
I think it's dust.
Alright. I hope. What do you think of the brakes? Unfiltered. They suck?
Well, they're not like I expected to be.
Yeah. It's been kind of like a constant battle trying to get them perfect, you know? Do you think that pin needs adjusted out farther?
I say we'll have to test it again. Take
Yeah.
it apart with that.
Yeah. I got to Dick's and the pin was so far out that my brakes actually were stuck in the on position, so we couldn't leave. So I ended up pulling the master off really fast, adjusted the pin inwards a little bit. So
Nope, the brakes are working.
they work good though.
Oh, this side is tighter
Grabbing.
than that side too.
Yeah, I hate that. So I just need to tighten this side, right? Or adjust them out?
You need to adjust both sides. This one may need to go in.
I see.
Wider, I guess. Open that one up and close this one. Combination of two.
So
Expand this side and
shorten that side.
unexpand. Yeah, what's the opposite of expand?
Unexpand.
Retract.
It's actually decent weather out today. It's not that hot. But like 90. I don't know how bad the road noise is going to be on the video, but what was the last deeper that you drove?
Given several customers cars. The last one I drove, probably my 66.
Yeah. The blue one? Now, at one point, did you have the blue one and the white one in good running order, like you were switching between them?
Well, the blue cars are my stepdad's.
Yeah.
When he first got his and mine was on the road.
Yeah.
Well, I bought the blue one and sold it to him. Before he was my stepdad, it was just a cousin.
Yeah.
Yep, we got no brakes.
Oh, serious? You brake it? No brakes at all?
No brakes at all.
Yikes.
Emergency brake.
That's scary. You got the e-brake on? Dang! So the brakes just went out while Dick was driving. Happy it was Dick driving. What do you think happened? I guess we'll find out. Oh, we think the pin is just adjusted
Adjustment rod
too short now. So basically we lost all braking. That was scary. And then so Dick hit the emergency brake. But whoo! I think we're both awake.
That slowed us down to make the right hand turn, yeah.
So Dick got us pulled over to the side of the road. Nice job, Dick. So now he's trying to get the e-brake off. I'm going to pull the master back off and adjust the pin out.
Maybe longer, yeah.
And once, not for the faint of heart, we got the emergency brake off. Dick was able to use to stop us. So we got on the side of the road. It's not completely out, but luckily Dick knows what to do. So we're adjusting that pin out farther. I adjusted it too far in. So basically there was no braking, which was a little terrifying. Feel like there's brake now?
Not the first time.
How do you feel about it? You think it's good?
What brakes?
Huh?
We have brakes.
Tighten it up and...
We'll just play with it. Let's tighten it up.
Alright, so we're going to try this again. I think I'm actually going to put my seatbelt on this time. Say a little prayer. So that pin being out of adjustment basically meant it wasn't ever touching the booster, right?
I don't know what it meant, but it was working at first. But the rod has to be adjusted properly,
Yeah.
or those two things can happen. It happened this time.
I think my blue T-Bird had a ton of issues with braking. The brakes actually went out on me twice really bad.
It was a 65, wasn't it?
Yeah. And that was before I had any mechanical knowledge, so that was just terrifying. I think I just towed it on both of those two times. Well, one I was like downtown Medford and the thing went out. And my dad was so paranoid about the brakes on these cars that he, on his 65, he put a whole new braking system on it. Because he must have had issues too. But do these cars have a lot of braking issues?
Not any more than usual.
Yeah.
It goes with the year.
And I guess even this issue could have been my own mechanical experience. Because really that's something I caused, right? Because I didn't have that pin out, most likely.
Yeah, that was what we caused.
Still good on brakes though?
I'm just going to go as slow as I can go without causing trouble.
Alright, you know how to get to my house?
I don't know that I want to ride on all the way down to Golf Links. Is there a better back way?
Yeah, there's a road before Golf Links. You go up, whatever that, like you're going past the airport, you know?
That's the opposite direction.
No, you go up and then down. Right?
Well, we'll just try it and see what happens.
So did you like driving the 50s birds better than the 60s?
Well, I was younger when I was driving my 57, 55. Yeah.
Those 2 years. Drove that a lot.
What did you feel about the power? Because, you know, when I was working for an automotive dealer in town a couple years back, I drove it was a 55, and I felt like it was really underpowered. But mind you, we had been driving Cobras quite a bit, and I know that, you know, that car had been well taken care of. But did you ever feel like the later 60s T-Birds had a lot more gusto behind them?
I don't know, my 57 had plenty of gusto.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if it was that particular car, because I've only driven one. You know what I mean?
I didn't have power brakes in those two, the 57 and the 55. In fact, I've had 6 of those little birds. I haven't had power brakes in any of them. But the power, there was plenty of power, right?
Yeah.
3-speed overdrive car. The 55 was an automatic. It was fine.
Yeah.
I never had any real brake issues with them.
It's honestly a little scary now. That was scary. At first I thought you were just driving aggressive, and then I'm like, oh shit, he really doesn't have any brakes.
Well, it's a good thing we had an open lane to the right and a way to turn. I would have rear-ended somebody.
Oh man, that'd have been sad.
Because the emergency brake wasn't enough to stop it. It just slowed it down.
That's crazy, huh?
No, not really.
Just super heavy.
It's the mechanic probably. I don't like to do brake work because I don't carry any insurance to cover my work, so I pretty much stay away from it unless it's my own vehicle.
Yeah.
Only do what I have to on customers' cars. Brakes.
I hate doing brakes. Especially drum brakes, you know? I feel like disc brakes, especially if you've got any kind of newer car, you get kind of spoiled on them. But 64 had 4-wheel drum brakes, you know?
I do know that, yes.
That's fairly straight on.
No, I took right off to the right as soon as I let loose of it. You gotta keep fighting it all the time, see?
It's the opposite of a race car. Instead of going left, it's going right.
Well, we're on a fairly flat road.
Yeah.
The road is crowned in the middle to go off to the sides.
Yeah.
It is not bad.
What do you think of the rest of the car? Does it drive decent compared to the other ones you've driven? I mean, you drove, I don't even know how many, but...
I've never had brakes happen before while I was driving.
No?
How come you have a 66 steering wheel center?
Because I can't find them. I want a white 64 center on the steering wheel, but I haven't been able to find it.
64 and 5 is kind of funny. They have a little bird, a golden bird out there.
Oh, really?
Just the bird.
Just the bird?
Am I turning here?
Yeah, you can turn here. Still got brakes.
Yeah, brakes. You want to answer it?
T-Bird specialist. Hello? No, he's with the customer right now. Can I have him call you right back? Yes, it is. Hey, Don, how you doing? driving my old T-Bird and the brakes went out, and Dick's driving it. So we're both grinning. We're trying not to be chicken as we're driving it back, you know. So yeah.
I'll make it watch the video.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, Don. Alright, bye. Oh, dang, I should have told him that, huh?
Had a problem. I made a suggestion to him. He called me back 10 minutes later and said it worked.
So Don actually is looking for some brake parts too, it sounds like. Well, things are going a lot better now.
Test him again. Push your car and turn left.
I turned left on Harrison. Well, party's got to be having fun driving a Jeepers though. Part of this has to be fun driving a Jeepers though, right?
You're paying for the gas, okay?
Yeah, 6 miles to a gallon or whatever it is.
Digging the fuel, you're almost in.
I know.
Oil pressure's almost in.
No, the oil's always been like that. I don't know why. And I replaced the gauge. So,
It's usually the sending unit. Somebody was talking about, is there a way to adjust the gauge on Facebook? There is a little hole. If you take that comb part, you can stick a real small screwdriver, and there's a deal in there similar to when you're adjusting front brakes. And you can twist it and it makes the tension a little more or less, and you can move the needle around a little bit.
oh really?
It doesn't change a whole lot, but you can adjust it.
Huh.
Well, the answer to that, I didn't answer it. Maybe so again, a screwdriver and an answer. Real fine screwdriver.
Well, it's funny because when I got this car, a few of the lights weren't working in it, and a few of the gauges weren't working, but to be honest, I don't remember which ones now. So I took that entire panel off, and the speedometer wasn't working either. So I replaced a couple gauges, I replaced all the light bulbs, and I replaced the light bulb in the speedometer and the speedometer. But it also had 50 some odd thousand miles on it in the other speedometer, and I switched it out, and now it's got 30,000, and I think when I put it in, it had like 26,000 on it. So
You put it at 4,000 miles?
I have.
That's all?
That's it. She doesn't go far before she brakes, apparently. Or doesn't stop.
That would have been scary on that trip from Highland.
That happened when I was driving down Mountain. I went up there. It was while I was unemployed, because, you know, COVID and all that mess. And I'm like, well, I'm going to drive up to Mount Lemon. And going up, it did great. But at the very top, it's really windy and curvy. And it's a pretty sheer edge. I don't know. Have you been all the way to the top?
I was just up there a week ago Sunday.
You know when you go past the lodge,
Yeah.
and there's that little twisty road up to the top?
Yeah.
I took a ghost up to that, and that was scary. Because coming down, that's when the brakes start going out. It was like,
So what'd you do?
I kept pumping the brakes. Every time that I've had a braking issue with this thing, I pumped the brakes, and I've got enough brake that I was able to stop it. But no.
Hurt the last time.
Oh my goodness, that was. Yeah, well,
You hit it several times and got nothing.
I think it was because the master cylinder was going out, you know?
Before.
Yeah, yeah. Now it was the pin issue, but now we should be good, I think, right? just replaced the booster not too long ago.
Well, it's got fluid in there. Last one.
So I need to wipe all that crap out of there.
Try it.
Yeah. Because that brake fluid's pretty corrosive, right? Yeah. Well, when I bought the car, the master cylinder was fine, but the booster was out. So it felt like I was trying to stop a tank, you know?
Yeah. You have to use all 3 legs for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, the booster went out in my 66. That's one of the reasons I couldn't have it a year ago.
Oh, really?
Brake booster and rear main seal was leaking real bad, and needed a wheel bearing in the back.
All of which aren't terrible except for that rear main seal, huh?
Trying to get the engine and transmission separated.
Yeah.
Oh, the parking ball didn't work on the transmission. That wasn't a real problem, but turn the wheel over one problem.
The parking pole?
Parking problem.
So when you put it in the parking, when it stay in park?
No, it wouldn't stop it from rolling.
Oh.
I guess I said that wrong. You use it in the emergency. When you stop, use the emergency brake. Car won't go.
Oh, I see. Otherwise, it just roll away.
It's pretty great. It'll just roll away.
Well,
And it helps to have a couple chocks you can put behind the front tire.
yeah.
Back tire.
Yeah.
Forward.
I keep one at my house behind the tire, but it's kind of doesn't really do anything. You know where we're going to get to my house?
Yeah.
All right. Well, and so brakes are back, and it seems like everything's good now, right?
Well, it's repaired so we can drive it home. Now it's got to be fixed right.
Yeah. So do you need a change of underwear, or did you survive?
I think I better change it.
Man, that was, I think I would honestly cry if Ghost crashed. For as much as I've put work into this car, I know it's not like, it's not a car you would take to Barrett Jackson, and it, I don't know.
If you have one, you most likely love it or you get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like the never-ending project working on them.
That's why I'm buying these newer model cars. You don't break models off. You know what they do, you take it to today's mechanic and they can figure it out.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah, so, yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we made it. We didn't die.
Well, we got 2 blocks to go yet. That's straight.
Yeah. This is the Vitus Garage Auto Blog, and Dick Hoagland with the T-Bird Specialist. And thanks for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for our auction this weekend, this Saturday. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.
Where do you put this thing?
Well, Dick, does it drive like a brand new car?
Well, of course. Watch your sunglasses.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, bud.
Your key.
Yeah, keys are nice.
What's that?
Keys are nice.
Seatbelt. Camera.
Well, I'm glad you drove it, Dick. That was fun.
Well, it's a good thing I was driving. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. I felt better about it.
All the problems with these damn big doors, you can't get them open to get out.
Yeah.
When I was younger, it was a whole lot easier.